Hello and welcome to another video. I have been waiting to do this video. I'm so excited about this one. Today is a 2025 reset video. We're going to be making our goals for the year and our reading goals for the year on Storygraph, on Goodreads, and what I'm most excited about, which is what I'm going to start off with, is reviewing my Goodreads stats from 2024. Because if you use Storygraph, you know that they don't come out until the last day of the year. So I am so excited to look over them. I have already looked at my Goodreads stats because they came out like a week ago or something like that. So I've seen them. But yeah, we're going to look at Storygraph because there's so much more to see. It tells us so much more and I'm really excited. My iPad's on 15% though, so hopefully it will last. But anyway, okay, let's go. Why not? View wrap up. Okay, here we are. Right. Congratulations on being a brilliant reading year. Okay, you finished 66 books, I knew that, across 17,589 pages and 29.7 hours because this is probably the first year I've properly listened to audiobooks. So yeah, okay, yeah, my first book was Northanger Abbey. That was such a long time ago. Now that feels like a different era of my life. And then my last book was A Cornish Christmas Carol, which was just hilarious, and we're not going to talk anymore about it, but it was hilarious. Oh, my mood map. Lighter books push the line up and darker books. I mean, August, September was the darker books, probably because it was like, that's spooky. That was when I was reading more spooky books. But why is that so funny? Why is that so funny? Okay, okay. You indulged in cheerful amusements, traversed landscapes of the heart and followed cryptic trails of secrets. The narrative flowed at a comfortable, engaging tempo. Okay, cool. Wow. This graph always confuses me. But yeah, my biggest reading month, I believe, was October. Crazy. Yeah. Wow, I don't know what else to do with that. Okay, I met my reading goal by 189%. Because my reading goal was 35 books and I read 66. That's just mad. I mean, that's almost double 35. Yeah, it would have been fun to double it, but no, I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. And my pages goal, see, okay, I made my pages goal last year 17,000 because I got nearly 17,000 the year before that, and then I didn't meet it. So this year I went, okay, we're gonna go 15,000, we're gonna, you know, go safe, and this year I got over 17,000. So I think we're gonna go higher this year, but that's pretty cool. That's nice. It's good. I mean, I can't remember how many books I read last year. I think it was in the 60s, but not as high as, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was in the 4. I don't remember. Anyway, and I set an hours goal. I think I set 20 hours because the average audiobook is like 10 hours or so. So I thought, if I at least read 2, that's great. And yeah, I did. I exceeded it by 145%. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. Oh, okay, my genres. Yeah, this is basically always the same. Though it does surprise me that I read more fantasy because I felt like I didn't read as much fantasy this year. But I guess I did. I mean, I read the whole Caravel series. That upped it by 4 books, I guess. Interesting. So I read 25 fantasy books. Okay, what were they? Can I look? No. Okay, maybe we'll look later. Oh, okay. I read 19 young adult and 18 romance. Great. And 14 contemporary and 13 LGBTQIA+. Okay, so that kind of surprises me. Oh, oops. That was so low down, to be honest. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, my longest book apparently. See, Goodreads told me differently, but it's fine. Sometimes I'm not that great at registering the exact edition of the book I'm reading, which is something I want to try and actually get accurate for 2025, since the like Goodreads monthly wrap up has gotten so like specific now, and I really want it to be accurate. Okay, Ace of Spades is my longest book. Ace of Spades was great. I loved Ace of Spades. Yeah, 5 stars. And my shortest book was Sanditon. Yeah, because it's not a whole book. And yeah. Anyway, okay, the average length of the books you read was 283 pages, and it took you around 28 days to finish each book. That is definitely not true. I don't know where those things came from. I think maybe because of the amount of books that just sat. Now that we can pause books, that is literally my like dream for a good like Storygraph edition, because I need that. There are so many books that I started and gone, no, I need to put this away and come back to it. So pausing is great. But I don't know, maybe I read some books this year that did actually take that long for me to finish, and that's why that's my like average length of time. I don't know, that's interesting. Okay. The least amount of time was on one day, and that was because I did several like nostalgic books for like, they're very easy and calm to read, the books I read as a kid. So reading Rainbow Magic was just so much fun, and you know, we listen and we don't judge. Oh, the most time I spent, okay, maybe this is the reason for it taking me so long, because I did stop reading Frenchman's Creek, and then over a year later finally finished it. So yeah, 467 days, that's crazy. Okay, this pause button is gonna do a whole lot of good next year. Okay, my authors. Okay, yeah, Stephanie Garber was on top. I knew that because I read a whole of Caraval, I read Spectacular, and then I reread Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I'm gonna reread the other 2 this year for sure. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the second author, because yeah, I read a few Rainbow Magic for fun. So what? And then Alice Oseman, because I reread, I think I reread Radio Silence, because that's my favourite Alice Oseman book. And then I'm constantly rereading the novellas. I'm constantly rereading Nick and Charlie and This Winter. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, great. You were part of 4 complete buddy reads. That's true. I did my first buddy reads this year, which I am so excited to carry on next year. So 6% of your 2024 reading was shared with friends. Oh, yay. And my average rating for 2024 was 3.76. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good. I had a rough start. I didn't find my like first 5-star read for a good couple of months. And then after that, it wasn't until like the summer that I finally got another 5-star read. That was crazy times. Okay, 2024 5-star reads. Let's go. Yeah, so Radio Silence was a reread, so that was my first one. And Bride and Premeditation was my first proper 5-star read. And after that, it kind of they just kept coming. I think October time is always my best time for good reads, like 5-star reads. Are these my only 5-star reads of the year? Really? I could have sworn there was more, but maybe there weren't. It is weird seeing them all like out there. Okay, your 2024 ratings. Okay, yeah. This is the year I actually started doing 0.5s. I am not going to do 0.25 and 0.75. That is just too much. It's too much, like, for my brain. Like, what is a 0.75? No, I'm just gonna, I like doing 0.5s or whole, and yeah, I've enjoyed doing 0.5s this year. So my worst rated book, I know exactly what that was, and we do not talk about it. Right, interesting. Yeah, having the most books rate, like my highest rating being 4 stars, like that was the most, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know, that, I think that's a good rating. I think that's good. That's good. Okay. Some months were better than others. October was my highest average rating. Okay. January wasn't my favourite month. No, I feel like I only read like 2 books in January anyway. Like, I think in April I read 1 book total. So, not great. But October was my most pages read. 2,581 pages in 1 month. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And other Storygraph users and your 2024 reads. Oh, okay. So my most shelved book that I read this year was The Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson. I gave it a 2 stars. I probably would have loved it if I read it when I was younger, but it wasn't, I didn't get the hype, and yeah, it doesn't matter, because it, you know, other people love it, so that's great, that's fine. And that's the most shelved. Makes sense. Least shelved was Taking the Waters by Leslie Sainty. I actually really enjoyed this book. It's definitely, I think it's like an indie published book. Like, I got it off Amazon, and it's one of those ones that's like got the like matte cover. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's nice and short. It was chill, but only 7 users have shelved it, which is more than I expected, to be honest. Highest rated was Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, and I gave it a 4.5 because it was great, because it's worth it. Okay, what is coming up now? You explored the works of 39 new authors. Yeah, okay, that's because I like reading nostalgic books again. It's fun. And Philippa Ashley writes the book set in Cornwall. 34 of the books you read were part of a series. I did not like Legends and Lattes. I'll tell you that for free. You've revisited a total of 6 books this year. How? I reread 6 books? Okay, I don't know why Sanditon is on there. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did reread Sad Ghost Club. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Why not? It's fun. It's fun. And I decided not to finish one. Is that the only book that I DNF'd this year? That's not true. I DNF'd Babel. Anyway, I guess that's the one that I logged in and then went, oh, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, I didn't like Book Lovers. I don't think Emily Henry is for me. You read 20 books from your own shelves this year. Yes, that's great, because my new goal is to read 30 of the books that I currently own next year, which is going to be really difficult. But I've got a really good selection. I've got like almost 100 unread books now that I own. And when you have that many, I think it's actually a good thing, because you have so much variation. So yeah, and I've just ordered 4 more that are gonna arrive as like with the gift card I got for Christmas, which I'm really excited about. But 3 of them are books that I plan on buddy reading, so I think we'll get through them. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, you successfully completed 1 reading challenge. Yeah, because I like to set like all my autumn TBR challenge, this and that and whatever, and I actually completed the Christmas one this year because I made it possible, which was exciting. Any of the others I did not. Okay, 2024 at a glance. Oh, nice. I'm looking forward to a completely new year now. No, actually the beginning of the year just was rough time, and then I get to like the summer and I'm like, oh, I loved some of these books. Like, I loved The Tide Knot. That was great. Why didn't I give that 5 stars? I don't know. I just think back so fondly on that time and the vibes. I hope the rest of the series lives up to the 2nd book, because that was so great. Yeah, I'm so excited for, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I love the colours at the end. They all just look nice together. Okay, great. That's fun. I love it. Okay, we are done with the stats on Storygraph. I'm not going to go into the Goodreads ones because they're slightly different. I'm not really sure why, but I prefer Storygraph. They're much more thorough, but I think that was great. That was a great time. and I'm happy I've now seen them, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow when I can set the actual goals. I also want to talk through my most anticipated reads for 2025 because I'm really excited for some of these. Most of them are like sequels, others are ones that I've just heard about. But anyway, I've written them down, but they're in no particular order. So the first book is The Baby Dragon Cafe by A.T. Qureshi? I don't know. But I've just seen bits about this one and it looks really cute. It looks like cozy fantasy. I don't know that much about it. But that comes out on the 16th of January, which is really soon. I probably won't read it then. It'll probably be ages. But I'm looking forward to it either way. I think it's going to be really cute. Next up is probably one of my most anticipated reads, which is Regally Blonde by Megan Clawson. This comes out in spring. There's no like set date yet, I don't think. But Megan Clawson's other book, one of her other books, Love at First Night, is my top book of the year this year. So I'm really looking forward to what she writes next. Honestly, I just know it's going to be great either way because her other two I've loved. So excited about that. Then we have Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, which I am really excited about because I love the Emily Wilde series. And although this one comes out on the 11th of February, which is really soon, it doesn't come out in paperback until like September, which is annoying. But I have the other two paperbacks. I waited for the other two paperbacks to come out before I read them, which means I'm going to be waiting until September to read this book. But hopefully I'll read it around then because I read the last one, The Map of the Otherlands. I read that pretty soon after it came out because I can't wait. And this is the last book in the trilogy, which makes me sad, but I think I'm most excited for this one because of what I've read is going to happen in it. So that's really exciting. Then, okay, this one is such a long time coming. This is Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. This is the third book in the Legendborn series, which I love so much, but the problem is I can't remember what happens in Legendborn. And this comes out on the 4th of March. Oh, that's actually so soon. Honestly, I'm going to order it and basically read it immediately because I think I need to. It's been 2 years since Bloodmarked came out because it came out around my birthday, literally 2 years ago. I remember receiving it. I remember where I was living at the time when the book arrived, which means, yeah, it was a long time ago. And Legendborn was even more before that, but I read it the summer before Bloodmarked came out, so there wasn't too long a wait. But yeah, I am so excited for that. I have no idea what's going to happen. This series is so unpredictable, so if you haven't read it, honestly you should. It's such a good fantasy YA series, and yeah, I mean, I see hype about it, but maybe I don't see enough hype about it. I think people put it off probably because it's quite thick and the font is really small, but honestly it's so worth it. The last book on my list is called The Enemy's Daughter by Melissa Poett. I don't think this one even has like a cover reveal yet, and yeah, I don't know, I just saw about this and it's like an Arthurian retelling, but it's more like revolves around Tristan and Isolde, and I just thought it sounded really great. I can't really remember what I read about it now, but I'm really excited about that. That comes out on 14th of August, so we've got a while yet for the like more announcements about it, so that's really exciting. But yeah, those are my most anticipated releases, so I'm really excited about that. There's so many things for this year. I feel almost overwhelmed, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay, it's next day. It's 2025. This is terrifying, but we're not going to dwell on it. We're just going to get on and finally set the reading goals for the year because I'm so excited to do this. And I've honestly probably been more excited just to find out what colour the Goodreads challenge is going to be this year, because last year we got to vote on it and the one I voted for won, so that was exciting. This year we don't know. I mean, I do know because I've opened it already to make sure that it's all there and all working before I started filming this, and I'm excited. I think it's good. I think it somehow matches the vibe I get for 2025. Like, I get blue vibes. I don't know why. And this is like a nice teal. I'll get it up now. This is a really nice teal colour. So I think, you know, I think that works. Anyway, we're going to set our goal. So I'll do Storygraph after this, but I thought we'll start with Goodreads. It's classic. Okay, set a goal. What are we going for? I'm going for 50 this year. I went for 35 last year, surpassed it by loads, but I still don't want to go, okay, I've read 66 books this year, should I just push it to 70 next year? I don't want to do that. I just want to set a goal that I think might actually be achievable, and then if I go over, it's exciting and it's great, and maybe we can go higher next year, but I have no idea what's going on this year, so I need to make it a little bit more realistic, and I don't know if 50 is realistic, but that's it, we're going for it. Oh, this is so exciting. I also did not know there were these like challenges, did not know those existed, and then I checked last night and it said I'd like completed a load of them, and I was like, did I? I don't remember that, but okay, cool, great. Anyway, yeah, that is it. Oh, this is so exciting. Yeah, I really like that colour. I think that colour really works for 2025. That's good. Okay, 364 days left. Let's go. Okay, now let's move on to Storygraph, because this is more exciting, I think. We have more stuff to look at on here. So let's just set up the goal of 50 books. There we go. Ah, that's crazy. Now for pages, I've read over 18,000 pages last year. And I'm going to set it for 18 again. How do I even... There we go. I think that's the right number. So we're going to go with that. I think that's okay. Oh, what it did this to me last year, and I did not understand what was going on. What? Okay, it just doesn't like the comma for some reason. Now we're going to set an hours goal. Last year was the first year I did the hours goal, so yeah, this is exciting. But I set 20 last year. I can't actually remember how many. I think I listened to 25. I'm going to set 30 this year. I mean, that should be easy because the audiobook I'm currently reading is 15 hours long. That's already half our time. So we'll see. And I'm definitely going to finish that audiobook because I'm loving it. So yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, there are all of our goals. This is so crazy. I can't believe this is happening. And then I've joined the January Pages Challenge. I have never actually completed it. This is the third year I've done it, and I haven't actually completed it before. But this year I am determined. I am determined we're gonna finish that. And then I have my Tackling My Physical TBR. Now this one I did last year, and I set it as we're gonna read 12 of the books. But I kept adding the books that I was buying, and then it meant I wasn't actually reading the ones that were originally on my physical TBR. So this year, what I've done is I have set it as all of the books that I own from today, which includes some that I've ordered that haven't arrived yet. But that's not cheating, I don't think. So all of the books that I own today are on here, and I will not add new ones. I need to read 30 of those books. And considering the fact that my goal is 50, 30 of those need to be these books. So this isn't loading. Oh, there we go. So yeah, we have all of these books. There's so many. But anyway, some of them have been on here for ages. Some of them are completely random. A couple of them aren't on there because they're ARCs and they haven't been registered on Storygraph yet, and I'm just waiting for someone else to do that. So there are 2 more challenges. I have the Isaac Henderson book challenge, which is one that I just made up, which is Isaac from Heartstopper. Any of the books that he reads, I basically filtered through, had a little research of them all, decided which ones interested me, because there's no way I would actually read a lot of what he's read. And I've read a fair few that he has read, which is great, which is fun, watching the new season and being like, I've actually read that one, you know, I didn't like it, but I've read it. So yeah, I started this last January. Guess what? Last year I only read 2 books from this list. And I DNF'd one of them. So we've got rid of that one this year. But I've decided we're not going to make it a set thing. We're just going to do it and for however long it takes. And of course we add new books when a new season comes out. So hopefully there'll be a season 4. If it gets renewed, it's not going to be this year, but maybe next year we'll get season 4, and yeah, we'll see what he reads. But I honestly love it. The new additions for this year are Piranesi and I'll Give You the Sun. Oh, and Emma. Did I add Emma? I added Emma in the space where I took out Book Lovers because I DNF'd it. So we've only added 3 new ones. But yeah, I just think it's a great way of expanding reading different sorts of books, and also because I absolutely love Isaac and I like better understanding his character by reading the same books. It's just fun. So we'll see how many we actually tick off this year. It's a matter of, do I own them? And like, do I randomly buy them? I just don't. And some of them are really hard to get hold of. So yeah, we'll see if that happens. But honestly, that's just chill. That's going to be chill. And then my last challenge is my 10 books for 2025, which if you've seen my last video, you'll know all about. But anyway, I've just added the 10 books. Well, it says there are 9 books because the salt bind isn't registered on here. I don't really know. I've got to wait for someone else to do it or something, because I don't really think I have the information to register it at the moment. So yeah, we've only got the 9 on there, but it's exciting either way. And yeah, I'm excited about that. So that is my reading goals for 2025. I hope I haven't talked too much. I don't want this video to be really long, but yeah, I mean, like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and go follow me on Instagram. I'm definitely going to try and be more active again now Christmas is over. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to my next video, which I'm literally going to finish editing this and go and film, because I'm really excited for it. It's going to be a great way to kick off the new year. I really want to do loads of the like booktube challenge stuff. I want to do a scavenger hunt. I want to do all of that stuff. Maybe even do a month where I do a TBR jar. I'm not good at doing that because I'm a mood reader, but it might be fun anyway, even if I don't end up reading many of the books I pick out. I think it'll be fun either way. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.